had a conversation. I just felt like I should go live. You feel me? So this live is gonna be titled "Stop Letting Men Stress You Out." Stop worrying about men that ain't worried about you. That's what's gonna be called. Stop worrying about men that ain't worried about you. Okay? Stop letting men have you sad and delusional and confused and just your whole head messed up. You crying, you sick, you losing weight, and for what? Honestly, I feel like there really ain't no delusion when it comes to men. I feel like women are the ones that are delusional. I tell my little cousins this all the time. When we talking about men and advice on men and how they move and how they act, I'll tell them the same thing. Men say exactly what they want. Men literally say exactly what they want. Men, okay, I'm going to say most men, because there are those men that will tell you everything that you want to hear. But I feel like for the most part, men tell you what they want to tell you. Like, they tell you they don't want to be in a relationship. They just want to be cool. They tell you all of that. And I feel like women will hear, I don't want to be in a relationship, and still feel like they are in a relationship. And that is called delusional. And that is called setting yourself up to get hurt, to be crying, to be losing weight, to have your life all out of whack, okay? So basically, this is how men do, okay? A man will say, I don't want to be with you, but then give you be with you treatment, but at the same time it's not. Okay, let me get something straight. Men that smoke with women, men that constantly taking women out to eat, stuff like that, don't none of that matter to me. If your dude's always out and about and ratting and he smoke, he's gonna smoke with you. If he, you feel what I'm saying, if spending money is just what he do, he probably gonna get you some little stuff. It is way more to things than a man taking you on a date and whoop-de-whoop, because it's a lot of men that do this for fun. You know, a lot of women are pressed on certain things, but a lot of men do certain things just for fun. Literally. Okay? I done seen so many women be like, but he's always calling me and he's whoop-de-whoop. And that don't mean he love you. That's another thing. The women that are in relationships and they men run out for weeks and they be like, we break up all the time. I ain't talked to him in 2 days. I ain't talked to him in a couple weeks. What is that? Because at this point, we're no longer in a relationship. What you mean? I don't care if we got to argue all day. But ain't no you not talking to me for 2, 3 days to 2 weeks. That's not a relationship. That is kid stuff. And at that point, he is somebody else's because where is he at? You feel what I'm saying? And that's not even on no insecure stuff. It's on being on your mental and knowing that you are smarter than what's going on. You feel what I'm saying? Men play games. People in general stage fallouts. Women probably do it too, but a man will stage a fallout and go over with little butt Nancy and have her ball. You feel what I'm saying? So you got to stop being so delusional when it comes to these men. You shouldn't have to beg a man. You shouldn't have to keep asking a man. I'm going to tell you something. If a man loves you and a man wants to be with you, he is going to do everything he can to make your life easier. I'm not saying he got to spend $1 million. He might not have $1 million. He might not be a millionaire, but he's going to help you out. He's going to make things easier. He's going to work a little harder if your mind's not at ease. He's not going to have you running around confused, looking through his phone, chasing him, calling his friends. He's not going to do that because he wants your mind at ease. Why? Because if your mind is at ease, he knows the relationship is going to go with ease. A man that don't care about the relationship going with ease, honey, you might as well let him go. You might as well let him go. I know a lady right now, blew me when she told me this, okay? She said she has been the same man's side chick for over 15 years, okay? She was like, he really loves me more than his wife, whoop-de-whoop. He bought me and my girls concert tickets. He bought me and my kids all the Jordans. He bought you and your girls concert tickets as a Valentine's Day gift so you can go with your girls and not with him. Like, I just feel like you have to read between the lines here. You feel what I'm saying? So while you at the concert with your girls, because he done got you these Valentine's Day concert tickets that you so happy about, he's with his woman. You feel what I'm saying? He bought you and your kids Jordans. Whoop-de-doo. He knows that he can do little stuff to keep you where he needs you, is what that is. Because he didn't marry you. He's not living with you. He's not doing none of it. I didn't say none of this to her, but it threw me that she was this delusional at about 40 years old. You feel what I'm saying? So you're just never going to find true happiness because you're stuck with somebody else's man. Somebody else's man. So you depressed and going through the bull over somebody else's man? Because ain't no way you can really sit there and build a deep emotional connection with somebody, be doing stuff with somebody, all of this, and not eventually want a relationship or not eventually get your feelings hurt when they with their other woman. I know men that been telling women they was gonna leave their other woman for years, never left the other woman. And when they decided to clock out and contact the wife or the other woman, guess what that man did? Leave them alone. Leave them alone. And the whole thing about it is 9 times out of 10, if a man's doing that, he don't have no respect for you anyway. Okay, you can say all day that as the side chick is winning because I don't have to deal with this, this, and this. You are his toy, and you are going to build some type of emotional bond, and you are going to get your feelings hurt. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you really have to be on your shit when it comes to these men. You can't let a man play you. You can't let a man give you weak excuses. I know a girl that tells me all the time the man that she's with just won't take her nowhere. He always got all these excuses of don't let me get on the Facebook. You know how many men say they just don't really deal with Facebook. That's why they don't post you on Facebook. Or that's why they don't want you to post them on your Facebook because they don't like being after all that. But they gonna post them and they dudes. They gonna post them and their kids. They gonna post their mama. Evidently, you're not as low key as you say you are. You feel what I'm saying? Like you need to read between the lines when it comes to these men. Like I said, men running out for days because they mad at you. That's some weak nigga. Face it, we're gonna talk about it, we're gonna argue, and then you're gonna come home or you're gonna stay where you're at. And what, running out for 2-3 weeks? What is that? Is that what no? Is that what people's really going through out here? Dudes asking women for money? Like, I'm gonna tell you something. It is some real men out here. Like I heard women say all the time, they done gave up, whoop-de-whoop. I really feel like women are just looking in the wrong places. You want an established man. You want a man that got his stuff together. He's not hanging out in the hood clubs. That ain't where he's at. Unless he's a drug dealer, he's not hanging out in the street in the hood clubs. He's at the auctions and the benefits for children where they donate money, and he's at the high class bars. You feel me? On the other side of the city, that's where you need to be hanging out. Because finding these dudes in the hood clubs that's in the club every weekend, that right there it's just not. It's for the birds. They mess with a whole lot of girls in the clubs when they in the club every weekend. You feel what I'm saying? So you got to think about those things. I feel like a lot of women are just delusional, and it be women's fault that they get their feelings hurt. Like I said, men say exactly what they want. Just because a man is taking you on dates and screwing you good and telling you little stuff and whoop-de-whoop. I feel like men speak the future into existence when they plan on having something in the future. Like, yeah, because years from now, whoop-de-whoop. If he's not talking about the future, he's not looking forward to the future with you. You feel what I'm saying? Dude, I didn't met a dude that made an excuse of not buying a girl a gift because of his religion. What? Like, dudes will say anything, okay? These guys will say anything, and you cannot believe it, okay? We gotta be the guidance for the young girls out here. You know what? I used to listen to older women say, niggas ain't shit. They not shit. And I used to be like, damn, they sour. No, it really is just a lot of men out here that ain't nothing, that don't want nothing. Okay, a lot of men don't want nothing and they ain't been raised right. They ain't been with real women that's gonna make them stand on their toes and do what they're supposed to do. You feel what I'm saying? It's a lot of men looking for women to take care of them. I'm gonna tell you something. I don't want no project. People be like, If he could come up with you and look, you need to already at this big age we at. I need to have certain things together, and you need to have certain things together. When you get together young, that's different. Y'all really are gonna grow together. But ain't no way at 34 years old, if I'm single, I'm gonna go out and find a bum to build. I'm not going to build a guy. I'm not going to build a nigga. You feel what I'm saying? I want somebody that's already built, or at least on the way there. I'm not being conceited or bougie about it, but who wants to go through the extra? Come on now, we in our 30s. We not 30s. Everybody don't have it all the way together in your 30s, but you gotta have it a little bit together. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like right now it's tax time. My homegirl told me a dude called her and asked her to get him insurance. Why don't you already have car insurance? And that's what I'm talking about having to build a guy, okay? You, why, you, that's how crazy this is, okay? I can't even get it out. You ain't got no house. You ain't got no car. You ain't got no steady income. You ain't got the stuff you need. You're gonna want it from me. You feel what I'm saying? It's just maybe it's just not what I'm on. Just like the dudes that text women's phones every day saying they hungry. Like, why are you hungry? Why are you hungry? Every day. You cooking? No, I'm not. Matter of fact, I am for my kids. Not for your homeless, hungry ass. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and that's just their way to get in. They might not even like your cooking. That's just their way to get in. Men, they think with their eyes, and they like to, you feel what I'm saying? And they always want to, you feel what I'm saying? And you can't just give yourself to a man. This is one thing I've learned over years. It's those instances where you gonna have your little hookups, but you really like a guy, you cannot just give him every single thing from jump, because there's nothing else. There's nothing else. Like, there's no mystery, no nothing. There's nothing for him to work for, no nothing. I feel like a lot of women say they don't want to ask men for things. That is another thing to be blowing me. I can take care of myself, and he can help because he's not gonna be afraid to ask for some booty. He's not. So why would you be afraid to ask for some money? Or ask for this, or ask for, can you get me some shoes so I can save my money? You feel what I'm saying? A guy's gonna get every single thing that he wants out of you, and a woman will sit there and not get nothing because they're trying to be prideful, because they're trying to be a certain type of woman. You don't have to be a gold digger to want what you deserve, and you deserve a man that's going to make your life a little easier. So if he wants to make your life a little easier, he's going to chip in. If he can't chip in, he needs to go until he can chip in, because it ain't making nothing easier. That's just complicating things, because now not only do I have to take care of myself, I have to take care of you too. Not only do I have to take care of my kids, I have to help you get your stuff together. I have to teach you in life like I have to teach my children. You feel what I'm saying? I just feel like when it comes to that, the respect factor is not going to be there like it needs to be. Period. So you gotta watch who you get with. You gotta watch these men in these games, because I done seen a lot, honey. I done seen married men that I thought was the best men in the world in the strip club with other women, leaving the club with I done saw some crazy stuff, okay? Look, I'm trying to figure out why we even got on this subject anyway. I think it was the insurance thing. The dude asked him for insurance, and it was something else she said, and I was just like, Lord, you feel what I'm saying? What's wrong with these men? What's wrong with them? If you crying in the buy, what you mean buy? Cause you a man. You know what? You probably one of them. I don't know you, so I'm not gonna judge you. But you saying bad, but you know it's real. You know it's real. Men likes to play their games. They likes to play their games with women, and women fall for it. And I'm telling the truth. No, he didn't say bad. What's his name? Darian Graham. Bad to you. You need to say bye to the women you playing if you are. You feel me? But I just, I just had to say that. I just had to say that. But that's it.